The hospital rooms smelled strongly of medicine, a stark contrast to the luxurious offices he once commanded. A once powerful man struggled to breathe, his body weak from sickness. The air was thick with the sound of labored breaths and the beeping of medical machines. TrendLenz, the former head of FLC Group, was barely hanging on, his life uncertain between a jail cell and a hospital bed. His days of making billion-dollar deals seemed like a distant memory. This man, who used to run big meetings, now needed constant oxygen, taking small, weak breaths. The oxygen mask was a stark reminder of his frailty. Quiet's lawyers told the court a sad story. They said his health was getting worse fast. They painted a picture of a man on the brink, fighting for every breath. He had lung problems and a weak heart. Each day was a struggle, each moment a battle against his own body. They emphasized how serious it was. They pleaded for mercy, hoping the court would understand the gravity of his condition. But was he really that sick? Or was this a trick to avoid going to jail? The court was skeptical, unsure of the true extent of his illness. The court, stuck with this tough decision, had to delay Quiet's appeal again. The uncertainty loomed large, casting a shadow over the proceedings. The once unstoppable Tycoon was now trapped by his own failing body, a clear sign that power doesn't last forever. His empire crumbled as his health deteriorated. His big dreams had become a burden too heavy to carry. The horizon he once looked to for expansion now seemed unreachable, a distant dream fading into the twilight of his life. TrendLenz was really good at tricking people. He had a charm and charisma that could win over anyone, making him a master of deception. People believed in his vision and trusted his words without a second thought. He came from nothing and became one of Vietnam's biggest businessmen. His story was one of rags to riches, a tale that inspired many. From a small village, he rose to the top, showing that anyone could achieve greatness with hard work and determination. His company, FLC Group, was huge, involved in real estate, finance, and even airlines. It seemed like there was nothing he couldn't do. The company was a powerhouse, driving economic growth and creating jobs. He was the perfect example of a self-made man, a symbol of Vietnam's growing economy. His success was celebrated, and he was seen as a role model for aspiring entrepreneurs. But under all the success was a dark secret. Behind the scenes, things were not as they appeared. The empire he built was on shaky ground, and the truth was about to unfold. The court said Quiet was a liar. They uncovered the truth about his dealings, revealing a web of deceit and manipulation. They said he built his empire on lies and tricks. His success was not due to hard work alone, but was propped up by fraudulent activities. He messed with stock prices, making it look like he was doing great to trick investors. By manipulating the market, he created an illusion of prosperity that fooled many. He stole company money, making himself rich while leaving others broke. His actions caused financial ruin for many, as he siphoned off funds for his own gain. The fall was, however, fast and hard, a public embarrassment that broke apart his carefully built image. The scandal was all over the news, and his reputation was shattered. His name, once tied to success, now meant corporate greed and corruption. The legacy he left behind was one of betrayal and dishonesty, a stark contrast to the image he had once portrayed. Like it usually does, the legal system moved slowly. Quiet's appeal, first set for December 2024, had been delayed many times. Each delay worried the victims of his crimes, the people and families who lost all their savings. But the court had a tough problem. Medical reports showed Quiet was really sick. His lawyers said he was too sick for a trial. That jail would kill him. This was a moral and legal puzzle. The delays showed a basic truth about the legal system. It's complicated, often really slow, and rarely makes everyone happy. Quiet's actions hurt his family badly as well. His wife, once a well-known socialite, now had to speak for the family and try to make deals. You could see her often in the courthouse, her face showing quiet desperation. The family, once protected by Quiet's money and power, was now in the public eye. Everything they did was talked about in the news, their lives a warning about what happens with dirty money. Trying to fix things, the family gave back a lot of their stuff. Billions of Vietnamese dong, once signs of their rich life, were now used to pay back investors. Quiet's crimes had stained the family name, a mark that would be hard, maybe impossible to erase. Trịnh Văn was in big trouble. His name had become synonymous with scandal and deceit in the financial world. He was accused of manipulating stock prices of 5 companies, including his main one, FLC Group, making billions of Vietnamese dong illegally. The scale of his actions sent shockwaves through the financial district, leaving investors in a state of disbelief and anger. He was also accused of lying about the value of Pharaoh's construction, making himself richer while cheating investors. This deceitful act not only inflated his wealth, but also misled countless investors who trusted his word. His trial, which ended in August 2024, shocked Vietnam's business world. The courtroom was packed with reporters and onlookers, all eager to witness the downfall of a once powerful tycoon. He got 21 years in jail, a clear sign that even the most powerful people have to follow the law. The heavy sentence was a message to all that no one is above the law, regardless of their status or wealth. The verdict was seen as a win against corporate corruption, a sign that getting away with financial crimes was over. People celebrated outside the courthouse, feeling a sense of justice and hope for a cleaner business environment. His siblings, Trịnh and Trịnh were also found guilty and got 14 and 8 years in jail respectively. Their involvement showed that the web of deceit extended beyond just quiet, implicating his closest family members. The trial showed a whole lot of lies, involving a bunch of Quiet's friends and family. It was a stark reminder of how deep corruption can run, affecting not just individuals, but entire networks of people. TrendLenz's story is a warning, a clear reminder of the dangers of too much ambition and corporate greed. It's a story about the temptation of easy money, the attractive power of wealth, and the terrible things that happen when you don't do what's right. Quiet's fall is a strong message to businesses. Honesty, transparency, and accountability are not just nice-to-haves, but the foundation of real success. It shows how important ethical leadership is, and building a culture of following the rules in companies. The fight for corporate accountability doesn't end with one guilty verdict. It needs constant watching, a promise to do the right thing, and everyone working together to create a business world where greed and lies are punished, not rewarded.